Carl is down in the corner here, trying to ship a few copies of the with Brian. We do a bulk or some of the merchandise with the club later on. But what we're really here for, I suppose, is to honour Brian and to chat about his time as a manager of St. Pat's. Just something maybe to take into account before we start really getting into it is the context Brian came in as manager of the club in 1986 into 1962 was your first game at Pat's, is that right?
Yeah, but when I say this looks terrible form, right? I used to go to school here, and this was the gym. I used to do PE, and I was telling people how we live at this time of the area, and it was rough and tumble, not like this new rough and tumble they have in town. But I don't like the form on that. You used to look like we looked when we were in school, and that teacher came with the leather around us, and his waist, and we felt a bit afraid of him. So I'd like these all to loosen up a bit. Move the chairs so we can see you. I want to know if anyone's falling asleep. And if I ever need to stop. Okay, so loosen up a bit, take your jackets off, move the chairs a bit so we can all see each other. There's loads of chairs at the front. Don't be sure you're going to come up and sit and get in there. If anyone wants to heckle any answer, no solo hecklers. I like the heckling I used to get when we played some games and we got to do this. He said that. Can you hear me? No, that's really good. I think that's the best way you should be here. You was going to turn around, you didn't. Don't do it, hey, So, anyway, feel a bit loose now. Don't sit so rigid. Move the chairs around if you want to get a better spot. Now we can hear you. We go from there. Get the hecklers if you want to heckle, but don't be heckling on your own. Don't stand out.
No, let's go. Your first game was in 62, right? Like, by that stage, for 25 years after that stage, excuse me, by the time you came in as manager, Pat's kind of, in terms of the world of success, hadn't had much, right? So they've had great managers come in, a lot bit of cross-channel glamour, John Coley, Jack Burkett, Barry Bridges came in as managers. You had your Gordon Banks and your Perry Reynolds playing across the road, but you didn't have a lot of success in the cup final. The Phoenix in 67 and 1970, forward in 1980, they were cup final defeats for the club, but no real league success. They didn't get ahead of fifth. I think was the best league they could place in the league at that time. So, you know, the club, people said sleeping giant. I don't think we were much of a giant either. The club had not tried, I suppose, at that time. Just the football context as well of when you came in, it is pretty different to now. Jimmy Jackson was being manager of Patch just before yourself, Owen Han just before him, Sean Rogers were still playing in Milltown, Derry City were in the first division with teams that we no longer have, like Newcastle West and Enfa. There was 2 points for a win, there was muddy pitches, and being called pack races, famous fried chicken league of Ireland for a time before. It was a different time of football, but you came into that job as a Pats fan.
Yeah, certainly Pats wouldn't have been seen as a team that were really conventional trophies, despite the cup finals, and I was at them all. I missed out on, obviously, the 50s stuff. When I was born in the 50s, I wasn't that aware of those times, the early league wins that you covered so well in the book. You know, I missed the cup final in 61, and then we started going, and you know, it was like anyone went about the first time. It was just, you're sucked in, it's a passion, it's your team. I'm not playing that, you know, I was handy schoolboy football, and I played with Chelsea 17 and 80. In the year the B team, but Pats was still the team. I probably didn't show it that much at that time because I was playing away at home and becoming a league wide player, and maybe, you know, the ambition to play in England and all that. But I was managing, and I was coaching Shell's B team twice. I actually managed Rover's youth team as well when I was 20. And we'd be playing against Pats every so often. I used to be frustrated because I used to think the teams we played against weren't really organised, and it disappointed me and frustrated me that when we played, one time we played the B team, and we might play again 2 months later, and none of the players were playing the previous match where I would have been structured team. Look, I got a break. I was with Home Farm actually after all hand left, and I got a Brendan Bourne, it's the all the games, and Frank Boylan, who's not around now, was secretary news council at the time, and Frank asked me, he said to me, would you not apply for the Pat's job? And I said, which I had no chance. And he said something, well, you have no chance of being employed, would you not leave a note in? I left a note in, and you won't do it. And I was invited to an interview. I didn't think I hadn't played in the league. I never got a game in the league of Ireland. I played a few matches in the B team. I played mostly in the amateur league for the College of Technology, Kevin Street, where I went for 5 years. I played a bit in the large league really well. So I hadn't got a reputation as a player. And in that environment, it's really hard to get through, just as it is now, for anyone who hasn't had a profile as a player. But what I was doing was, I was getting coaching. Well, there wasn't many coaching courses, but I was getting good coaching badges, and I was winning a few matches with school teams, obviously with Crumlin, and then the Chelsea team. And what actually happened was I was at an international match on Wednesday road day, and Brendan Bourne was coming into the stand. He was sitting on the edge of the road, and he said to me, "You the bloke that was running Shelbourne's B team last season?" And I said, "Yeah, it was." And he said, "Look, just wanted to say they were a really good team. It was the best things I saw in the B division." And I said, "Again, you'll never notice." But out of that, what happened actually, we played Pats twice, and they took the first team out against us on all occasions, and we beat them easy. So the desire was there for me to, and when the opportunity came, I turned it down because I was working with people and enjoying what they're doing. The Home Farm league at that time, Home Farm, before we began Dublin City, and I stayed with that. There's no, I told you to get in if you turn up. They came back again after Jimmy Jackson left, and I said, I want to get another chance, because when you're not known as a player. So that was, the environment was Pats were the kind of mid-table, scrapping, never really competing, and there was a few bills around the place, I think it's fair to say, when I came in, and that was, I was more than happy to get the chance. And the fact that there hadn't been anything in recent times didn't bother me. In my own head, I'll do something here, I'll fix this. I want to see us compete. I was I can remember being in here, in this year, in the 60s, and there was matches on in the ground down there in the evening, and buzzing, waiting to get out of the class to get to the matches. Or I can remember a particular midweek match, a cup league played with Dundalk, and we were stuck in here. And those of you who might have seen the Jimmy Hasty thing, did anyone watch that recently? The one-armed genius that played for Dundalk for a few seasons at that time. An extraordinary story. But Virgin and RTE run in the last couple of weeks, centre forward, extraordinary player. But I remember we were waiting, we were probably in school, I think, until 2:30, and it was a 2 o'clock kickoff. And I remember going, let us out, and running down the road to be in that ground, that bus, to be in that place. And I wanted, when I became manager, I wanted us to be in that place where I was part of trying to get us to be winning, because I went home crying a lot of days for matches we lost. I remember all ticket matches where you had to get a ticket, where we win a few matches and go overs, you had to get a ticket, you go down, you got battered, got beaten 5 and 6. And in my head, that stuck with me until my mid-late 20s. And if I ever get a chance to fix that or fix it, it won't happen again. No people go home crying from that ground like I did as a kid. Is that mad? Is that ridiculous? But that's how I used to feel. I used to go, it's over. Once you get in there, you have to find a way.
Yeah. And I think your first match in charge was Galway, was it? At home?
Yeah.
We had the program from there.
1-0. John Cleary, familiar from centre half, centre forward, sticking up and down, letting the back line basically give out the current team and doing wrong and all that. He used to give out, and I was the manager of the current team that he was playing. But John moved up to centre forward, and he was playing centre half at the time with Brian Kerr and Towards Runner. And he scored and we won 1-0. But one of the funniest things that day was I'm walking down the touchline on this side, on this side, on the McDowell side of the ground where the stand was and is still there and stand. And there's lads over the barrier, and there was at least 3 fellas. When I was in school here, I was registered as Donica O'Carr was my name was spelling. You know, you're going on the game match, your name had to be an Irish. Slip of paper. Well, I was registered here because I was birth certificate, Dennis on my birth certificate. So when I came in to school, that was what happened anyway. But there was fellas here in school and me is that Donica, right? You're not on the dream then that's Donica, but every people that went to school with me. I'm walking down the touchline and 3 different fellas said to me, how are you Donica? I didn't think we'd see you here, right? And I come on, they have to be fellas that were in class in the school. I mean, this is 17 years after I left this school, 20 years maybe after I left this school. So that was interesting. But we won 1-0, man. It was great to get off and start in the match.
You did an interview. I'm going to show some videos and get clips as we go along. The guy that's down memory lane, the interview for the program, he said, "I come here to do a job for the club. That means and has always meant a lot to me. Anyone who thinks that I come here just to make a name for myself and then move on is quite wrong." You stayed for quite some time after that, and you did make a name for yourself. He said, "It's like finding the gap between success and failure in the League of Ireland is not as big as some would indicate. Let's see what happens." Tell us about the team that you inherited and the club that you came into at that stage.
I think Jared was the wrong that Jerry. Did I write that? Or did you write that? Jared used it.
Sounds like good.
He used the 20 up, some of my stuff with Al Callan. The team I inherited was an experienced team with Jimmy Jackson, obviously manager before me. It was Eddie Gregg, Austin Brady, Hart O'Connor, all very experienced players. There was a real long influence there. Eddie Gregg was an international player that Giles used to pick when Eddie was playing for Bobbas. Giles picked him regularly for the international team when there was no League of Ireland players playing there. So Eddie was here, but the centre forward was Paddy Dillon, who had played for me for Dublin in one of the first teams I ever managed. Still a good friend of mine in Australia, and a goal scorer. I mean, in the initial time I was here, they wanted to sell Paddy. They paid a few bob to draw the firm, and they saw the opportunity to get some money back. And I said, no, we built a thing around him. But with Mark Megan, was here, big strong Mark, was a lovely player, midfield, Paul Moore, elegant midfield player, Charlie O'Reilly. Let's see, who it was, Martin Morrison. So John Cassidy, John centre forward. Listen, anyone obvious. They're not the team from Inchicore, of course, and Dougie was Jim Racer who played in the cup finals previously. But they made the team I loved because they didn't love me. They kind of looked at me as soon as you're man, how do you get this gig? And I remember being fond of me, I'd say initially, because I made them trying hard and trying to run it. I was kind of, I don't know. Anyway, most of them went at the end of the season. I started on the 1st of December, and at the end of the season, most of them went to our home actually. But the bright ones stayed around, like Greg and Mark Lee and Paddy, obviously Paddy Dillon. And they were one or two others, not too many stayed. And it left me room to get some good players in, some good young players, and fellas I knew from various B teams and college teams that I managed as well.
Yeah, so that next season, that first full season in charge, 87-88, was almost a complete rebuild. You obviously very limited resources. It was Pats in the mid to late 80s, they didn't have a lot of money.
he wrote a piece in the Independent a few years ago. He said he had a budget of about £1,000 a week. That was for players and staff, which would have been far below what people had.
I was getting 900 out.
He said he bought 4 players from Martin Bristol, Joe McDonald, and Dave Anderson for the price of an Elback.
It was, yeah, because I've been with Home Farm for a couple of years with Nick Glover as assistant manager, and then Nick took the Drogheda job and asked him to go with him. And I kind of always thought it was a bit about Drogheda, that someone could do something with it. So I went, we were in the second division at the time, and what's the first division now? I went to Drogheda, and I helped to get a few players, and we took some of the lads that were at Home Farm, including Dave Henderson, who had already been at Pats, where we were going, Kent Drogheda, Mick Moody, the B team from the Shells, Morris, coming out of the school with football out of Belvedere, and John McDonald, who played up in Home Farm. And I got the forward then. It was in 2 bands who paid Drogheda to get the forward now. They were the basic team. You have seen the picture of the team, you can see. Yeah, okay, so you see Johnny McDonald's meant to hair. As we all had at that time. It was Johnny in it, he's a bit far away. Mark, but the biggest one was, Mark Ellis. Yeah. That was a big one to remember Mark Ellis. Mark Ellis' father, Looney, had played here and played in the cup final, the Romans Cup final. If you didn't play in the other ones. I always liked him, I thought it was great. It wasn't inside forward, great shot, it's kicks. But Mark had played a big team from the Shells with me. I say from me, it's not from me, for the club. And I was the manager, but he was a bit lightweight, scored a few goals off the wing. But when I was there with the Shells, I kept my eye on him. And he was playing for Newtown Rangers in junior football, scored lots of goals. And he used to play daily on the Sunday for St. Anne's, I think it was. And I noticed he was able to survive with that and score 1-5 on the Sunday or 2-6 or whatever. So I went back to get Mark and got Mark. We were going to sign him up in Tal. They lived in Tal Village. And I remember his mum and dad in the Navy about the idea of him signing for Pats because no one had played. And he was one of the best signings that we made. He had 4 seasons where he was just spectacularly good. We saw him, he went to Derry. Then paid us good money for him, and I think we went to the tribunal on it, and we got it back fairly quick. We didn't pay much money to get it back. He never was quite at the same level again, but that was 4 seasons. He was just brilliant for us. So that was the makings of the 87-88 team. Paul Masterson, Nick Massey.
Correspondent, Scott Tracy.
Yeah, Curtis came out of youth football. Curtis was playing for Belvedere. And Andy Gregg was right back, an international right back. When I signed Curtis, everyone was trying to sign him. He was the top youth player, say, in Dublin. And I went down and working in the shop, Talbot Street. I got the bus into town on my lunch hour from Belfield. I walked down Talbot Street. I went into the shop. And Curtis is selling the chocolate, crisps at lunchtime, and sandwiches. And I said, hello, yeah. And he was a bit excited. I said, look, would you like to sign the Pats? He said, oh yeah. I said, look, you'll be in the team. You'll be in the team at the start of the season. Alright? He said, will you come down and see me, ma? I said, I will. Come down and see your ma. So I went down and see his ma that week, the night after. His ma, she didn't like me or whatever it was. She was impressed, I think, by something. And she was a lovely woman, tough woman. And Curtis signed for us. And with Pat Kelch, who played the youth international teams under Chile that I was involved with, and they were just outstanding fullbacks. And John McDonald, then we got Damien Bourne. Damien was at Rowe, well, he was in the north, he was Drogheda, so he was at Rovers, he was up the north, the player of the year, he signed for Darren Key from Rovers. We ran there and I said, I need some players there, will you help me? I said, no, the players are after pissing off, they're going to alone. And he said, what do you need? I said, well, I could do with a centre half. And he said, well, look, he said, the way it is, there's 3 of us here, there's me, Peter Eccles, and Damien, and we all should play. But I'm the manager, so I'm not picking myself. Peter's an international. He was out to get a game or two with Jack Charlton. And he said, so Daniel needs to play games. He said, you can have Daniel, but I need him to go out to the European matches. And we're playing Hibernians and Malta in the European matches. And he said, you want to talk to me, you talk to me. And I did. And I got back to some of the board and told him what it was going to cost. And I said, look, we can get Daniel. He was player of the year in the North last year. Outstanding. And in fairness to people at the time, I said, yeah, you find the money. It was very small money, I can tell you. But at the time, for Pats, it was to get at that time as well. We were now into August, September. And we got Daniel. And he was true to his word. Once they played the European matches in the first 2 league games, I think, I remember we lost the first game, the Shelbourne, and Rovers won. And then we drew on Galway, and they won the board, and we see the court, and Major Daniels, the best player in the pitch. And I said, oh, jeez, he's not letting go now. But true to his word, there, I rang him the next morning. He said, no, he said, if he wants to sign with you. And we signed there in the morning. And it was like signing, I don't know, Virgil van Dijk. You know, it was like his masterpiece. But experience to me, what was new to him?
You all throughout your time in Patsy were working at UCD, right? All throughout that time?
Yeah. We've been in the chair for cultivating plants. It says cultivating success at Richmond Park. He certainly tried to do that season. And the team ended up finishing second, but brought all the way down to the final game of the season up until Dundalk. Here they are playing Richmond Park. I mean, Richmond at this stage hadn't really seen a lot of redevelopment since the late 50s. And what I think it was buzzing that season. I think there was plenty of interest and plenty of crowd coming in that year.
Well, it seemed to us that it was very packed every week. Not like it's packed now. This is what's happening at the moment. Karen said, not to embarrass him too much, him and the staff around the room, what they're doing, and the numbers we have now. I had never seen that in my lifetime. I saw it the odd day. I saw it in Pat Olsenstein and Lane where we had big days. I think you got the figure to when we won the league in 2013, even the game in Sligo, the numbers. Compared to what we get now, it's fantastic. But at that time, it seemed like big crowds to me that they haven't been having great days. A lot of big matches with the dog, cup semi-final, 2 legs. We drew on the dog and we beat us in Inchicore. But pitch wasn't great shape. We were training on the pitch Tuesday, Thursday, beat the first game, trying to get it all going on the pitch, crossfires and Harry never aggressive. We said, what do you about it? I'll get it ready for you for Sunday. I'll get it, and we borrow a roller from 8% higher or something, and Harry go out the roller and batter the book down flat and make it look like it was a great day. A bit of luck to be a few strands of grass coming. Look out with the wings and there's something like Gordon's on the ball there. It was okay, but pictures were rough enough, dressing room was rough enough. But look at there was something about the place. I mean, we kind of played on that one that the opposition didn't like to come there, and we played on the one playing down into the shed, and there was a 6-4-3 drop on the pitch at the time. And playing, teams used to worry about it, if they play up the hill in the second half. We were completely playing down. We worked fairly hard on set pieces, and we were good at getting the ball in there and using the big fellas we had. And I didn't mind if a few kids threw stones at the goalkeeper. the days before flares and all that. But I didn't mind if they were unruly behind the goal and unsettled. And many players said to me since, oh Jesus, playing against you was down there. It was all desperate. When you got a corner, you kind of knew the fella was going to win before you took it. I mean, not great, that was the way the team played. But we're getting back towards that thing now. Let's go with a few goals off corners this season.
We've a couple of clips, fingers crossed the technology works, from that season, 87-88. You should be able to see it on the screen, folks. Here we are playing against Cork City in Richmond. Only a little bit of it.
In the league, we're good goals. Please, Sean, for the cup.
there's a lot here from that period when Robertson did the talk that season, the season after Middletown, LVHS.
Did you believe you could get to this stage of the season?
Well, I hope very much that it will. Obviously, I didn't think it was going to go as well as it has. But I'm saying tomorrow we may not be still in the court.
Bit of a challenge season with the two teams involved. Here you are with two major competitions available to you. Limerick said that they know this is their one chance to grow their season to the Dublin.
Yes, but they've been performing quite well lately. They gave Sheldon home Dublin 2 weeks ago, and they've been much more consistent of late. Their cup form, beating Waterford was great in the row, getting a result in Waterford and then beating Tom. So obviously they're going into this fair bit of form, and it will be a severe test for us.
Well, he was going to elocution lessons, so contracts in there, wasn't he?
It's brought down to the final game of the season against Dundalk at Brian Kerr. Some people were there.
Hands up in the dark.
2 or 3 anyway. Yeah. Tell us what happened.
Well, it's just looking at the show, thinking about the night. It was place was packed. It was a tourist night actually, and we went to Dundalk needing to win the last game of the league to win the league. My second season as manager, and the draw was 2 points for win at that time, so the draw they were a point ahead of us going into the last game. So we played very well. We scored first the penalty. Was it penalty? I think it was a penalty. Half penalty. And they scored, they equalised a dodgy free out of the free given against Corpus Fleming from Emerson. It wasn't a foul, of course it wasn't a foul. There's God scored a header again, so you had to get down into the dust and the dog made Henderson's head. And in the second half we battled trying to win it. Paddy Dillon, who scored some of those goals you saw against Cork and Rovers. Paddy got pulled off. He was captain about maybe 20 minutes ago. He made a connection. It was a bit of a Maradona when he got caught. He won them, headed it and handed it into the net. And the referee put him off. He was on the booking before that. So we were down to 10, but we continued to control. I mean, we played. I mean, you just said not the most really fun football, but every 2 set pieces that we scored, that's what I was saying to you. We scored plenty of free fun football. I mean, people were there at the time who remember catching it, Curtis falling down the flanks, whoever we had in the right position, whether it was John Tracy or also as it developed as time went on, we played lovely stuff through the middle. But if I had to go up to the front man holding ends all day, we're in the dark, we knocked the ball about, they were kicking the ball out of the ground, hanging on, and we finished with 1. They won the league, we got runners up. And how do I feel about it? I felt majorly disappointed, but I also felt very proud because I think we were actually, I don't go for this stuff, but I remember at the time people saying, I think he's going to get relegated this year, and then what do you ever know? Choice. And the players were the same, and that was the thing at the time. And we went to the last one, so we qualified for the UEFA Cup at the time. We played Hearts. But it was a great season. We got beat us in the Cup semi-final as well. As I said, beat us in Richmond. I think we got a draw with the dog, and they beat us in Richmond. Beat us well in the second match. We beat us 3-1 here. But you know, we went to the last league game. So it was a hell of a good season, really, you know, compared to where we had been prior to that. The crowds were coming, and it was a young team. team, it was an exciting team, and people were interested again in seeing what we had.
Absolutely. I do have a tip with the Paddy Dillon and Andy Gallagher, but we won't show it. We don't want to get people PTSD here. You went on the next season, you finished fourth the next season, but at that stage, Richmond itself was I suppose, causing issues, or a decision was made that we had to redevelop that ground, which obviously we developed in Turkey Park.
Yeah, well, I think we had 4 or 5 nil draws at home the next season, the season 88-89. And it was annoying me, it was stopping us. Things were sitting in and playing on the counter attack, a bit like last night, but it was stopping us from playing, sort of football I wanted, but also was making it easy for teams to get results against us, get a point or stop it, win. So, I pressured the committee, the board at that time to do something to pitch, and it was agreed that we would. I didn't think it would take too long. Actually, there was another Jerry Twine that did the job on the pitch, and the open he used to do. I was working in agriculture at the time, and one of the departments was soil science, and there was a lad who was good on that stuff, and he was good on landscaping. And he came and did the job, and to this day, I'm always going to thank him for the job he did. It was not long to get the stuff off the pitch. But one of the great things we did at that time, which we moved ahead, we could put in the drainage system and the watering system that's there, but there's never, obviously I just tell one story in relation to the season we didn't win the league in 1978. We were playing on Good Friday, we were playing Bray here. It was a famous match in some ways, but I remember the ground was rock hard. We were training on the Thursday night, Holy Thursday as it was then. And the ground was so hard now, we hadn't been training on the pitch, there's no very good grass, not great growth. And myself and Dave Henderson and Harry Boland and 1 or 2 others spent the night, the training night, trying to get a pump open in the river with a hose that Dave Henderson brought up from the fire station. He was a fireman. To try and get a bit of water on the pitch, to try and make it a bit softer in terms of playing a bit of ball on Good Friday. At one stage we had a flow going down the pitch from the top goal. It was a 6'3" drop, so the ball ran down. It didn't stay at the top goal. It was running down the pitch, and looking at it, Jesus Christ. Meanwhile, the training was going on. Morris Boyce was battling away with the lads on the side. I'm not thinking tactics too much. I'm thinking about when we get the pitch off and up. And that's how it was. So the match stopped. I think it ended up with a 1-1 draw, hot heavens going. Didn't help us as regards the league when we win the league. But so when we got the pitch done, there was all sorts of it. What happened was when we took the 6 foot off the pitch, it meant the old stand was sitting up there with no foundations. And a lot of the ground, the whole ground had no foundations, and it was sitting there in place. So we moved to Harris Cross, and initially it was supposed to be for the season, for everything to get done and the place to get fixed up, but that didn't happen. There's probably people here who might be able to tell the story better than me, but it was a long road back. But at least we went to Harris Cross, and the 12th one we went there and we won the league, and that justified the move. By going there, we were able to play better ball. The pitch wasn't massively better, and I said, me and a few others would have played a fair bit of dog shit off the pitches after the dog racing, before the dog racing. That's true. Before the training, after training, Saturday, we used to train on Saturday night, waiting for the lads to come home from work or come directly from work to train on Saturday, we used to do set bases on Saturday night. But the dog racing used to be on the Friday, so we have to train a bit of dog shit off before the match on Sunday. And look, there was always good people helping, Nolan and Stokes and Jared and a few other of the staff. Briggs used to come over now and again, or Harry and Eddie and various people who would give a dig out to make sure the place was right for it. But the pitch was better. Harry used to level it. It was grand. And it became a bit of a fortress in its own way. I don't know how enjoyable it was for watching matches. What was it like for watching matches? It might have been great from the distance, but at least we were on top and we were winning, and it became like it was good. completely good because we were winning, but in my head it was let me get back. How are we going to get back? I felt guilty about the fact that we moved, we had to go back. I felt responsible, and I could have never left the club in that time when the various things happened, the receivership and the liquidation and so on, which were quite trying for everybody. It was trying to make the head, watching the whole thing disappear and on the Bowes Rovers. Not so much shells at that time, but Bowes and Rovers most of them went to, and that wasn't very nice. I remember we played Bowes one day, and it was 7 of them playing for Bowes against us that were part of the England team here, not all in the first 11. But they were either in the first team or in the speed team. We won, not long we win the 2 leagues, 89-90. When I said the 2 leagues, we won the B League by about 20-30 points. We probably was the team with Morris O'Driscoll, Paul Zahn, Pat Fenton, and John Kelly, Colin 7. We all played a part in the first team. But the B team was, we used to get big crowds at the B team matches up in Palmerstown, in the school in Palmerstown. And we had something going on with Tom, I think, playing in Richmond. We were getting money for renting the ground out. We were using their pitch in Palmerstown, and it was very good. But when we played against the Bowes team, that did me head in, and it would have been like a demon all week before we played Bowes and Rovers when our players, well, I saw as our players playing for them, and it would be like a madman all week. Not a madman, but in terms of the intensity of the training and the lads understanding, the lads who were still with us, understanding how important it was to be playing for Pats, and that going from Pats was the worst thing you could ever do, and it didn't make any sense to me when you were getting an extra 10 or 20 quid or 30 quid or 50 quid or whatever you were getting. There was no logic in me, to my thinking. To theirs it was, obviously it was there, they needed money to live the livelihood. But I found it hard to accept that, and sometimes I think they found it difficult playing against us. Well, you know, we didn't always win against them, but certainly they didn't win matches too comfortably against us.
Going back to Harold's Cross, Con Hill said that although it was only 3 miles away, the Pat supporters were not happy. The local people of Harold's Cross were not friendly. The drink didn't taste right, and the weather was colder. All this may sound funny, even hilarious, but homesickness is natural, so people definitely felt it. But in that unfamiliar ground, in that colder climate with the strange beer, we put together the first fight run for the club since the mid-1950s. Just on the ground itself on Harold's Cross, and there are people here who remember it well. Tell us about the players who would sometimes come out with white smoke from the showers, and tell us about the espionage that used to go on in the dressing room as well.
Well, I didn't know about it. I only heard about that stuff, later on. The espionage in the dressing room was 2 dressing rooms on Harold's Cross, where it was kind of a skinny wall between them. I was there, as I said earlier, in the 1912 meeting, and we as well. But there was a door, the dividing door between the 2 dressing rooms that wasn't really very secure. So in terms of tactical nous, I always had someone standing at that door with his ear to the keyhole, listening to the team talk of the opposition. Because you would not, it wasn't like now where you get the team sheet and you know in the opposition what the team was early before the match. Then you had to wait until they came out, maybe in the warm-up, before you'd be walking out what the team is. So I wanted to know what the team was to give out for them. So it was off, so Paul Nugent was off, and the one who was out there, and I said, well, what's the story? And he told me, Johnny Mack famously told the story that, and he played for Rovers against us after. We were sitting around his cross and said, he was in the dressing room, Rob McNeil was playing there, Henderson playing for the Shop Rovers. Against him, said, Johnny said, I knew Nugent was listening at the door to what our team was and what was going on, who was going to be marking us at the set pieces. That he said, we didn't know who you had and who we should be marking when the match started. And he said, when the match started, and he was got a corner, we looked around and it was all over the place. We knew we were done. We won. It was a cup match. We won 3-1. I was suspended. I was watching the match from the TV actually. That was very unusual now that I was suspended. I was rarely in trouble with referees or linesmen, but I was on that occasion. But, so the pictures you see are Harris Cross. Looks alright, doesn't it? Big crowds. Big crowds. And Joe Lawless, I think Joe liked the smoke. There used to be a few smokers. Nudger was part of the gang as well. Who else? Ketchy, I think, like Pat Ketch. There he is, like the know. But it was a great team. I mean, our best team was Dave Henderson, Curtis Fleming, Pat Ketch, John McDonald, David Ward. Midfield on the right, John Tracy. Midfield, Mick Moody, Officer Nick, Tommy O'Connor, Paul Zahn, and in front, Mark Henderson, Joe Laws. That was our best 11. I look back through the programme, the last match of the season before it came down here today, and I looked at it, and that team I'd say played probably about 20 matches, but it was not one of the players. Then Pat Fenton was in it now, Morris O'Driscoll, Derek Chua plays the matches, Colin Sell, John Kelly got vital goals. There's a couple of goals. There's that guy, Liam McCormick, saved a penalty for us in the second match against that long. We could see the late penalty winning 2-1 and he made a great save for us. Then I signed Chippy Devil because Dave Henderson, the goalkeeper, Dave, great fella, still involved in the game. Dave was a fireman and he used to have difficulty getting off on the Sunday shift. If we were playing maybe away to Derry or Cork or a far-flung spot and his shift was the labour shift, he might find difficulty getting a switch. It's a bit mad compared to what goes on now, isn't it? Like professional players, no problem. So I had to have a very good backup goalkeeper. I think he missed about 5 league games that year there. And I got Chippy Devlin, who was really solid, who ended up playing in the vital match in Derry. But we won 1-0 in Derry, and that was a big day. Paul Zahn, Edward for our host. But they were a great group. Joe Lawless was actually bought Joe from Balls, and he was the final piece of the jigsaw.
He's a record signer for £2,000 for one player.
Yeah. Well, it was a lot of money for us, £2,000 at that time. It was, they said the wage bill was around £1,000 in total. But Billy Young was very cooperative. Billy was a lovely man. He was the coach, he was the manager, he did a great job of balls. And he was, I wouldn't say easy to deal with, but he was, I don't think they saw us as a danger. And they used to be able to get players who would club would say, nothing much for them, they won't do much. But then later on it became a lot different. Company of fellas because say, Jesus, they get something out of him, and he's not going there, and the price is pretty. Joe did well for us for 2-3. He was great foil with Mark Henderson because the old Tosha Keegan type thing, big small, and Joe would do the flick-ons and Mark would be laying like a hare and be in the net in no time. The full-backs would be Mick Moody, I think, was second high star, 9 goals from midfield, up and down the middle. Mick, be back out in the box, play centre half. A lot of days that Johnny or Damon were injured. Brilliant, up and down, brilliant player for us, Mick, over the years. Incredible fitness levels. His guard would be, sometimes he missed training again because it didn't matter. He was the fittest player in the league, I'd say, whatever they do. John Tracy, the loyalist of the loyal, he was always saying, I was the only one that never left you. It was true, he didn't. He used to resent the other fellas leaving on the goal. He was great. Always, you know, one of the great legends of the club, Paul Zahn. And he was one of the smokers as well. He used to miss training. What was the fanzine called? Always Doubtful. Is that right? Is that the name of the fanzine? Always Doubtful. But what a player. I mean, if it was now, Always would have been playing in the continent. He would have been playing in Portugal or France or somewhere where he had that technical ability. He might not have always played himself. He was a brilliant player.
You talk about fitness. The schedule for the week you won the league was astonishing. On the Sunday, April the 8th, you go up to the Brandywell for a cup quarter-final against Derry. Then on the Wednesday, you had a replay versus Derry at Earls Cross with extra time. You were beaten on penalties. But that's a cup quarter-final. You also wanted to do well in your field in your main team. You don't have a massive squad. You You then go on the Sunday again to play at home versus UCD, and then remarkably you win the next day, Easter Monday. It's less than 24 hours since you played, and you go to
the Derry match is controversial because they are leading 1-0. The rivalry amongst us in Derry is big time, and they were winning 1-0, and something happened. Pat Kelly's got a bang of the ball in the head or something. He was down on the anyway, and there was a throw in. When we got the throw in, they would expect us to throw the ball back. But Kelly was taking the throw in, and he didn't realise that he was supposed to throw the ball back, right? So he threw the ball down the line that you do with those. So it was a bit of a build-up. The ball went to the far post, and we scored. And they were doing their number, absolutely, and with Ben and everything. But Kelly didn't know, we wouldn't do it here. And I said, look, the ball was in play for ages, plenty of time to deal with it. So the replay was Wednesday, went to Pellows, Pat Kelly was referee. Passed the ball, it went on the sub for them, come on, and he was like a ball because Jimmy Loughlin left him out of the team. And he took Mark Ellis out in the box with a few minutes to go. It was a blatant penalty. And Pat Kelly gave a corner kick, the ball, the beat us on penalties. I think it was, it might have been Nick that hit the post with the last penalty. So we beat on penalties. John Tracy missed the penalty. Might have missed one of them. The big disappointment out of the cup. But we used to be on a Sunday at home, we went forward, I think we played very well, and then we'd go and play the next day. Everyone was playing too. You see that now when you give out the schedule Friday, Monday. We played Sunday, Monday, Easter Monday, up in Drogheda, and I remember saying to the players after the match, go home, go back, take it easy and relax, make sure you're right for tomorrow. God will be there, so he was nervous. But I remember going and seeing all the old crowd going, right in the draw and seeing the old crowd going on the street and going, I think we could be alright today. We can't fall at the final board. We just, although I was nervous about it, I had not won the league with a team since I had come in United's, I think 12D. We won 12D without dropping a point. There was magic coming away. But I haven't won the league with a team. I haven't been a manager around the team since then. There were a lot of runners up ones as a manager. So I still got the job of going. And held a big. But first half we were great. Nick got hurt on the Sunday. Robert Day, he couldn't play. On Monday, someone else missed Monday. And Morris came into the team. Morris scored, Trapper scored, John Tracy. We were 2-0 up at half time. I remember saying to him, look, so we don't have to do much more. We don't have to do much more. And I suppose if there's something that frustrates me, something that frustrates me at the moment is the ability to manage the game. We lost the match that season on loan. We lost the match on that loan. Who were at the bottom of the league. The fellow Johnny Morris spoke put off. He was only one bloke. Johnny Morris spoke put off, and the match we played before. I remember Pat Kelly was ref at half time. I said, Pat, we can't see the players. He said, as long as I can see the lines, man, it's okay. So he battered on. The beat us. There was 1-0. Michael O'Connor stuck a free over the wall. 10 men. We came in afterwards, and lads were giving out. I remember Mick Moody saying, we never went in and played like that, again. And Mick was under pressure to get back to work. And we were having a meal in the Shamrock Lodge afterwards. Jared remembers this. And we went in to have a meal, and when we came out, the bus had been raided, and everything that was on the bus was robbed, including the match gear. The match gear at the time was very defined. You'll see it in the picture. Elon were the sponsors. It had Elon with written running down on the jersey. It was very distinctive. So someone that alone playing the junior leagues and the junior ones wearing past gear the following week. We never got it back. But what was worse, the players' bags were cleaned out with all the boots and all. And your records, that way, Jared had the most meticulous records of all results and games and stuff. Fabulous stuff, and all this stuff was dropped as bagging. And that made me worse than the gear. But anyway, I think that was match 16. We lost in the Dog, we won the next week. Shells, then we lost the Dog, and then we went the last 15 matches unbeaten to the end of the season. And they had a great ability that team. We can play well, we don't get beaten. If you look at the table at the end of it, I think we lost 3, there were 23. Frustration at the moment is we do this too often. We all have it. But I look at it and go, don't get beaten. Even if we're not playing well, find a way to scrap it out and don't get beat. And that's what that team had, was the status of the players, the leadership in the team. There was Damien, Johnny, Major Man, Nick Dooley, Tom Connor, just made great stuff. And no matter how John Tracy led it, he demanded all. Anyway, sorry for going on about that a bit, but it was a great time. When I was a kid following the club, never seen us win anything. 24 years. You know, to draw on the way, what a day that was.
Very special. Have a quick look at the clip from that game and the aftermath.
In moving Harold Cross, and curiously, they won the championship for the fourth time in their history by playing away in the Richmond. It's incredible to think that less than 4 years ago, they won their last major honour. For many of their fans, these last few years must have felt like a lifetime.
Brilliant. I never thought I'd see the day. It was fantastic.
I wonder what Damien Gordon, captain, Sandy said. He's grown another 6 inches, I think, since last night.
He's only a youngster, and he deserves every bit of success we have today. He's waited a long time on the medal. I'm so proud that's happened for all the class, and really deserves it.
Damien, what's it like for you today, receiving that trophy in this room? What's been the next season? The trophy?
The last one here, so far it's been a perfect day. Player of the month, won the league.
No, Jay.
And I treat that as a fucking brilliant.
And thank you more there. I also have a few picks of the celebrations, the great celebrations. Of course, everyone has great celebrations after that. People here, I'm sure, as well. We're in the Mansion House, and then you got an open bus tour through the streets and stop off a few officers all the way.
Don't think anyone noticed the bus went up the road and we went around. There was not an answer. But the thing with Damien was, Damien had never won a medal. He never won a cup medal in the league. He was one of the greatest players ever played in the league. So it was marvellous for him. I think he was 24, 25 maybe at that stage. And it's dressing room with Pat Fenlon, Joe Laws. Is Eddie there? Pat Fenlon and the trophy.
That trophy is still around somewhere.
Yeah, because we were the last ones to win that trophy. That was the Open trophy. So it was the last year of their sponsorship. So we ended up keeping that one.
League winners party the last weeks, did it?
Yeah, I thought the figure out it's alright.
Here's some of the pics of that at the Mansion House and the pictures of the open bus tour. Where did you go on the bus?
But we come up from the Mansion House and around Stephen's Green and up through Inchicore, up through James Street, and then we went up around to Common Road and to Common Park and back down to McDowell's. I think I've been to McDowell's already by that stage.
And there's that team. We had our 90th anniversary celebrations about 3 or 4 years ago. They were brilliant. They were such an important thing in the history of the club because, as I said, we've gone 34 years out of the league title, and then we were back at the top. We were in the village club with these ones, referring to Hats. They're only a village club. You don't know about them.
Well, Dermot Looney said to me one time, he said, I like the village team, which is a very hard to play against. He said, and I knew what he meant because he had played for Pats, that there was a tightness about the group, staff, and supporters. And the mixing with the supporters was a great part of it. Yeah, like, it was the usual thing after matches on whether it was a Friday night or the eventual of the night, or when we were away to Shells, who had the lights. That was the thing we used to go around to the hut after the match, or the other pubs around Finsbury if we were away, or down at Tolkien, the place there in the corner, and so on. that was commenting with the players, and after the matches here, the players always went to the jockey or whatever the club player at the time. We used to go down a little bit because they're all important sponsors of the club. As you outlined in the book, they're still important to this day, but they were very important to us then. It was part of the spirit of the team that supporters would be close to. When we played Paris Crosses, the Leinster, the Bayern, and so on, the players would be in there and sang songs with the supporters after the match. It was a different time, but maybe we should still have a little bit of that going on now, with the players, supporters understanding the backgrounds of the players and what they're actually doing in personality was.
The league win brought us to the European Cup as it was for the first time we played. Dinamo Bucharest, a big club from Romania. We were beaten, well beaten away, but we couldn't not draw home. We previously played Hearts in the UEFA Cup, and we played around the manager against Slovan Bratislava as well as all those kind of formal European competitions. You had Pats playing against the likes of Malmo. You beat the Finnish national team with St. Pats, and then of course you had those famous trips away to either Pats or a mixture of selection to Libya and to Iran and Tunisia. I mean, look, you've already experienced with players to show up for you too.
Yeah, well, I had a bit of experience of managing being involved because I was with the youth international team for 5 years, which was a very successful youth team at the time. We got to the European finals 3 times, and we got to the World Cup, which was in USSR as it was then. We were based in Tbilisi for the World Cup, and we've been in Leningrad and Moscow for the European Championships the previous year. So we got a taste of a bit of travel with teams, and somehow with the various chairmen come up with those ideas. John Gordon, who was chairman here for a while, one of the great chairmen we had over the years, come up with the Tunisia one. We went and played Tunisia 2-1. I think the following week they played Iran. They played England before the World Cup in 1990, and they drew with England. We draw with them, so we reckon we were quite good at that time, you know. But those trips were eye-openers, players, great experiences for the players. I used to say, you're unbeaten in international football for about 4 years. We played Tunisia, Iran, Libya, and Finland. So we had it was interesting because it was much more challenging for the players tactically to play against those sort of players that international teams had, and the environment Tunisia, Iran, and Libya were all. It was a hot days. Food was a bit different, obviously. We didn't have everything exactly as we wanted it, so they had to adapt to that. We didn't get much time between matches in Iran. I remember we played the Thursday. We arrived on Wednesday, played the Thursday, played again the Saturday, we played a club thing the Thursday. We got beaten 2-0. We were only off the plane, and there was a match on before ours, a league match, and I asked the bloke, and then the in the international team, he said, no, none will be good enough. I said, well, Jacobs, we'll be in trouble on Saturday, so we got to get a win on Saturday against Iran, which was just, can you imagine? We was playing Iran there, you know, or 2 weeks. I mean, it's mad when you think about it, but it was a fantastic experience. For me, it was a great challenge, but we loved it, you know, the players responded to those challenges very well. I think if you talk to anyone who played those matches now, they tell you, you know, it was some of the great experiences of their lives.
I think a lot of people have seen the In the League with the Afield documentary. They haven't definitely watched it, and you get a great sense of what it's like over there. I'm going to bring it back to Richmond because I know we don't have a huge amount of time. I want to make sure people have a chance for questions at the end. We were away from Richmond Park for a long time. I mean, there's our very work playing. Which one is that?
It is, I would say that's Tunisia.
Tunisia, and they're enjoying the post-match maybe celebrations away.
That might have been the pre-match. But remember, we won the league, and we were going on this trip, I suppose it was a reward for winning the league. You're going to Tunisia, right, for a week. By the way, we're playing Tunisia when we're out there, so no messing until Thursday. We're playing on Wednesday, right? So I had to be in the task as Billy in the picture in Paddy. It's Robbie Gaffney, is it? Robbie Gaffney? But I had the challenge of trying to keep the lads very disciplined and off the beer. We were on holidays in Tunisia before we played the match, which was a bit of a task in itself. But once we got through the game, it was, that went out the window. We battled away and knew what you liked at that stage because we played very well.
After all the great highlights then of all this experience of winning the league, Robbie Gaffney, you spoke with the majority of the league winning team and they left the club. The team came in third the following season, 1991, but then they dropped to 7th the following year. They were losing players galore. Then they had that experiment between Brian and Martin the league board and Premier where they split the top 6, bottom 6. You finished up the bottom 6. Solid but both times, luckily on both occasions I think. But all this time, or certainly the early part of that time, away from Richmond Park and the struggles that were going on in the background, Richmond, I mean this is an astonishing picture. I think the sheep were there, the grass short, but also the sheep were there, and that was the worrying part. It's you bad for Paul McGrath, that's the headline in the paper. You had an incident with the sheep during training?
Yeah, that picture actually, I stuck it up on the wall and walk in UCD when I walked, and it was an inspiration. I used to go. That was a bit of a smart ass article. What was that?
It's you bad for Paul McGrath.
Yeah, but the whole article was kind of a slag on us, right? And what you can't see there, you see the red shed over to the corner, down Bruce's corner where he used to get the balls. They made a hole in the wall there because I was using the O'Reilly's field behind the goal where the apartments are now. That was the training pitch, right? So we made a hole in the wall so we could get from the dressing room to in there without going out in the street, and then the O'Reilly's was a slaughterhouse at the time, and we used to keep the sheep out there for the morning session, let's say. So what happened was a hole in the wall, but the sheep used to run in the hole in the wall onto the graze on the pitch sometimes. But I used to have to chase them back in to the field and into the pens before the training. They were the lads come out for the training. So what actually happened was one night, and I was used to walking with sheep, I walked in the UCD, the Bank of Agriculture, but there was a particular stubborn sheep one night, and he stood in the middle, and he wouldn't move off the training pitch, no matter what. I kept pushing him, come on, and he wouldn't move away, right? And he just was sitting, well, probably he wasn't well, and I didn't, nobody threw it out from my head, just one, and he stayed there, so we started the training, and we battled away, and we had like great numbers of training. I'm not joking, there was fellas playing 1-2s off, Eddie Gorman playing 1-2s off, and he just played on, the man wasn't having it, so that was one night, but there was another night, there was a catastrophe. There was a bit of a gap. When we got the pitch going, I asked Jared what did it. I said, will you move the soil down into the place behind so that we can use the training pitch, because then that field was flat. Their field was flat to the river, so there was no way the balls were going to be stopped going into the river. There was no way we were going to be able to stop from going down to the exams, right? So what we did was say, will you build up the soil at the side so that we have a bit of a bank to stop the balls going in. So we did that. We left a bit of a gap near the wall at this end, right? So what happened one week, I'm chasing the sheep before training, and two of them went the gap, right? Two jumped into the river, and I went, oh, holy heart, what am I going to do? So I'm worried about how is Mr. Riley going to be in the morning when he's 2 sheep short, when your man is coming to collect his sheep and whatever they do after they kill them, and there's 2 short, they're over there. So 2 sheep I am, and I'm looking, so the 2 sheep swam across, and this is in the darkness, this is winter time, and this is probably October, November, and the 2 of them went across, and they're over on the other side, sitting in the bushes on the other side of the park, looking back at me, and I'm looking over there and saying, it's fair. So, anyway, I decided we try it on it, so I had a word with Harry and Buster, I don't remember Buster Woods, another great man. So I had a word with Harry, he said, well, we get it tomorrow. So what happened tomorrow, the next day, Harry and Buster went down the other side, down to the bank of the river, and got a sheep beach, and walked the sheep beach back up around the main hill, back up down the road, and back into That's a constant. So that is so they would be typing it, but that one inspired me in terms of saying we'll fix this. Someday we get back and whoever wrote that piece will have to swallow his words when we get back in the place to be nice.
And we took a while, we did get back. And you mentioned Harry Bowling there quite a lot. There he is, Harry, pointed in his backyard as he used to call it when we moved back. It was very difficult. And a lot of people had to work very hard, a lot of people had to dig very deep to do it. What did it mean to come back to Richmond?
Well, it was very important for everybody. I mean, it's really important for me because I think I was the one who was pushing for us to get out because of the pitch and the slope and the annoyance I had of the teams taking points out of us. And I felt responsible for that, and I felt, imagine if we never come back, he would be the one that pushes to get out of the ground, that everybody loved then, people didn't love the pitch, and people laughed about the pitch, and even though actually wrote a book about why we didn't get into the league initially for so long, was about the ground and the state of the ground. So, you know, I felt a responsibility about it, but everybody wanted it to happen, and there was great people, and there was people working to make it happen, and different chairmen, and eventually, you know, that group got together with Tim as the leader, Tim O'Flaherty, and Roy Black, and Aidan, and you know, there was a lot of people involved who got stuck in. Paul Gary, the fellow in the class in school with me, you know, John Wine, and there was lots of people. Put their shoulder to the wheel. But Tim was the driver, Tim O'Flaherty was the driver in terms of ideas, making it happen. And, you know, he I suppose just drove the team, the plans came about, Tom put the plans together, and, you know, it worked out. It was just joyous for us to get back in the start. And the great thing that was done was the dressing room was right, and it stood the test of time. The dressing room is still a very good dressing room, even now, and there's international matches down there, the 22 players. You look, you know, the Dogs dressing room is still the same it was in the 50s, and it's gone from being just 11 players, and now it means you have 18 squads of 18, squads of 22 and 3 for international matches. Our dressing room has stood the test of time. That work that was done then has, you know, held up well, and it was just marvellous to get back there. And then the nights came, and then shortly after that we could play the matches of the night time, the Friday night became the thing rather than the Sunday, and now we're where we are.
We're going to watch it. I know we're beginning to get the chart. I'm going to watch a bit of a clip about the move back as broadcast on RG at the time.
Just 4 months ago, after years of self-doubt and boardroom problems, it was more like a demolition site than a football stadium. Transformation of the boardroom and the stability of Brian Kerr's management work beyond. This delightful venue by the Palace is no longer the ugly duckling of the National League. The swan has emerged from the rubble, and the playing surface will be the envy of the entire country. Hard to believe that the club was very close to going out of existence just 2 years ago.
We'll stop there. You'll have to do this. All those videos have been archived. John was down there doing our video today. They've archived them on the club's YouTube channel. They're well worth a look. There's full clips of the matches from the 80s and from the early 90s up there as well that are those who were interested. But now you go back in Richmond, the club's on a better place financially. We're able to attract maybe back some of the players who have left, and also get a new kind of squad together coming towards the mid-90s.
Yeah, but you know, I think that was more important than anything. To get back to the grounds, it was just fabulous. The town gave his work. So many people did voluntary work to make that happen and put their own funds into it again. And it was tight space, still a tight space, still difficult to get things done to improve it. But yeah, we got back and we started to rebuild the team. I mean, we've been chipping away over the years and hanging in and so on. But once we got back to the ground, there was a bit of momentum. Pat Dolan was a great signing. I signed Pat twice. He was a great signing for the club. He didn't as a player, he would go red for him. He came in the 87-88 time when we were going to the league because no centre halves injured. Pat played a few games for us at that time. But when he came back the second time, he came back as the two roles. He was a player, but he was also a commercial manager. But he was much more than that. He drove us on. He was full of ideas. He was full of adventure. He was bright, he was dedicated, and you know he pushed everyone to new levels of imagination, I suppose, about what we could do. You know, and he helped me so much in terms of broadening my mind even at times about what we could achieve as regards to recruiting players. He obviously helped the Galway background. He helped in terms of recruiting Ricky O'Flaherty, Peter Carter, Noel Mary, Johnny Glenn, great signings. I mean, look at, I told you one more story that was vital to the whole thing. Because we had a player of the year there one night up in the West County, and those of you who might remember Pat Nolan, and then that used to come up from Bunclody every week to follow Pat's relationship with Paddy Beckton, and Paddy Beckton had the shop across the road. And he used to book him, and he was a great supporter, very quiet. He used to buy raffle tickets and put all the players' names on them. Pat Kelcher in the back of the Davis 1 week, Pat Fenton in the Tenor 1 week, someone else on holiday in Florida, but it wasn't true. But so we used to do these sort of things, that he'd sneak up to me and say, look, I have the bag of days, and you do it with the car, whoever it was. But and the lad said, who is the bloke? And I said, he doesn't want to be known, he's just a sport. Anyway, at the end of the player of the year day, it was probably 93, 94, he said to me, look, I've something in the car for you, will you come out and get it? I said, yeah, sure. So went out, now, I'd done 1 or 2 drinks, so it was grand. And it was maybe 2 in the morning, and I went out, and he opened up the car, and he had a big plastic bottle, like a big plastic Coca-Cola bottle that might be an ornament in the bar, up on the shelf somewhere, you know that type of thing, big, but it was full of money. It was full of coins, and he said, here, help me to get this out. And he was Pat a little money, got it out into the boot of my car, and he said, you do what you want with it for the club. So I brought it home. On the way home, I got a puncture, and I had the garage along the Coimore Road. I had Ash and Andy behind the glass when he came out and helped me lift this bottle out so I could get the spare tire down, which was a bit of a mad story. Anyway, we got it out, we got it home. I got the kids to help me bring it out the next day. And I didn't, more than training or something the next morning, the beating or something. But the guy said, don't touch that until they come back. Of course, when they come back, they couldn't resist it. They opened the bottle and got all the money counted. And there was £4,900 in the thing, right? So what was happening was Pat was working with this place now in Cloudy. He had a bottle on the thing, and anytime any customer came, he'd say, put something in that for Pat's. Now there was notes in it as well as coins. So I ran to the chairman. I said, look, we won't believe what happened last night. And I told the story. He said, Pat said I could use it for wherever I wanted. So I'm going to try and get a couple of players. I'd never had money to buy players before this. So we had money to get players because we sold someone and get people with it. So now I had a lot of money in the summer to think of it. So that was the start of it. And we were able to, one of the things we were able to, Johnny Glenn, one of the first ones. Johnny Glenn was in Cork. And
we were in a position, John was studying, we were in a position where we were able to pay fans and sign on for you up front, out of this part of money. And I spent a few bob of it, and I held on to some of it, and I held some of it to the next summer. And Tim, I said, that's what I did for him. And he said, walk away, don't you? And that was gold. That had a few bob to help with the team, and it was very important in terms of recruiting to those players. Went down, I remember going down to Galway, we were playing Galway, and I'd already gone down and met Vicky and Nolan there about coming to play for us. And we were playing Galway that day. I met them in the morning, and I had to say to Vicky, I don't need you to show me that you're any good today. We need to win the match. Right? What happens? Vicky, we're in the two, and Vicky's got twice against us. And I'm not agreeing when he's not signed for us for next year. And we're still chasing position in the league. Right? But we went out, I think Eddie Galley got a hat-trick, I think we won 4-2. But that was the beginnings of that team. Mark Riley and Brian Kerr, we signed Brian Kerr from Monaghan, Dave Buckley, got name when he retired, and got name back playing. And so on, we built a new team, and John Bone came in from Sligo, a couple of lads came back, and Johnny Mack also Dave Campbell. It was a hell of a side. And they went, that season we lost the match in Derry, 5-1, away to Derry. I agreed with the club, rather than get the bus, I agreed with the club that I've got the players to drive their own cars, we can stay overnight. That was preparation for the Derry match. So I got the lads to agree, I'll give them £20 per petrol. When we went to the stay overnight, Galway lads come up from Galway. Match started, didn't go so well. Not what we scored. Maybe we were 5 down, beat 5-1. I wasn't too happy coming home in the car with 4 lads in the car. There wasn't words spoken. It was a long journey back. Many of them went to talk. I couldn't talk myself, so I didn't want them talking. So the training that week was about defending, and defending from the front. We went the rest of the season and beat 25 matches. Until the cup final of the league play, Shell's biggest. 25 games. I had to check some of this stuff out to see if it was on 8 in a row. 25 games and we went unbeaten after losing 5-1 today. But they were a whole team, they were great players, you know, just strong, efficient. Leaders, name was a leader, Dave Campbell. Willie Borg, great players, Johnny Glynn, I saw mentioned Martin Riley, even some of the young players, and then Martin Riley played a few games. They're still mates, we're meeting Galway next week, we're meeting Galway next Saturday. We've already had one anniversary. Last year, the year before, we had a great reunion of that squad, still close.
It all culminated that season in Oriel Park, where they had not won the league 8 years before, with a little clip up. This might be our last clip of the evening. I have to go up to Oriel Park today, so that's a big long video.
Last year?
Their championship hopes were long since evaporated, certainly haven't laid down, not even with 10 men. And here they come once more to try and make match of it. Well, that was a fine effort.
Vicky took a great header after they scored first.
Looks like the Yankees there managed to keep control of the ball. And now Murdoch switching in actually attacks the corner. So the Liverpool cross once more. Brian Kerr to bring it away up. And the challenge will learn means a free kick to see back today.
5 minutes ago.
So Eddie Galley going in the free taker. Eddie failed the fitness test that day. I used to have a leader role. I used to send him to various fellas. I had a Caffey, his physio, and another fellow up in Dublin, a Superman, John Walsh, and another fellow, choreographer. But Suki was playing instead of Eddie Paul Campbell. Boy, did he deliver. What a goal. the 15 Supi, Paul, was a great fella, that was there before. He said, long to go one year, the goal won the cup, and he was man matching the cup final for me, and he brought it back, brilliant. So he was good with the Galway players, so Jason Bourne, so a lot of goals, and I just saw Jason that clip. There was a few funny things, one that he didn't play that day, he was such a sensational player for us, and he missed that match that night, but we did give him a fitness test over here, before we went to the dog, and people probably know the story of the bus broke down before we were meeting at the Ashbourne House for a bit of grub on the way up, and when I came out of the place in Haddonfield, the lads were sitting on the wall. Previous season balls, the problem where the bus broke down, we were going to the dog to win the league. The lads are sitting on the wall going, we are balls, we are balls, we are balls. I said, what? It was a brand new bus, and your man won't turn over. So, fortunately enough, I don't know who organised it, there were plenty of cars in the car park ready to go. We just put the lads in the cars, and I said, don't say a word about this, don't talk about it, don't tell anything about it. We got to the round, and we did our stuff, and then I said, you tell me about the match. That little dance, actually, I was always very reluctant to show any emotion on the sideline, because I'd be afraid it wouldn't happen and come back on you. But that night, after the receivership and the liquidation and the hardest cross and the doubts will be having it back, and probably the number of people that are probably upset along the way in everyone's passion to get back to the ground, I just felt that night encapsulated why we wanted to do it. Not because we were playing for God, but just the winning after the 6 years since 1990, to get back to where I thought we should be, and to win it again with a fresh team, and just all that joy and the supporters being up there that night, where we've been in the dog, not won the league in the first year. So it was a special night. Just one last story. So the bus, when we eventually left the dog, we were coming back with a little minibus, so we were on the way back down, and the player said to me, what do you think? Will we go past by Tonkin? It was a fair rivalry with us in Shelbourne at the time. And we went by Tonkin and sang a few songs and done one thing in Dublin and all that. And then somebody made a decision that we should go up the lane and play them. And we did that. The others were playing, I think they were playing, so we could only do two. But we went up the lane and we came back down here. And I remember, we got off the bus. As we have it all, we put the gear back in the office, open the people 125, and put the gear. I remember Jason Bourne said, we'd hardly get in anywhere, there'd be nowhere open now. We would have been half run, you know? And we're down looking at McDowell, so we could hear the singer, or jockey, and we could hear sing. And eventually the door opened, and I'm not joking, I'd say 20 people fell out, because the door was people in there. And in we went to the church. Went on. Ricky O'Flaherty famously danced on the little edge at the back of the seats. I didn't know until that night. Ricky had been a world champion Irish dancer, but I don't think when he won that he had 2 points in his which he had that night. So it was great. It was
very special for the reasons you mentioned, but it was our 5th league win. It was the first time we ever won it when we were playing at Richmond Park, so we did get the trophy the next week in Richmond, which is special.
Yeah, against Shells, we were, I think we beat Shells, we were about to play them in the cup final as well, so, but we didn't want, we had to play again a result against them in the, on that final sunny Sunday that Johnny got the cup. It was nice and comfortable to win it with, as we did the previous time we won it again to go as well, but yeah, nice day, great day.
We obviously didn't win the cup, which is sad. You had such a major achievement. You were quoted after saying you were upset with winning the league and you're in Inchicore home for the first time. So fresh, you celebrated the game as well as I might.
No, the incident still goes down in the history of the goal that wasn't in the first match when Brian Kerr walked into the net with the ball. So look at, Shells playing a little bit beat us in the second match when he was a penalty. But we were probably just gone a little bit at that stage. There was so much effort involved pulling back after the final one, ready to get to win the league that we might just not have had enough left
it was a disappointment not winning the cup because we not won the cup since '61. So that was we were the best team. We were the best team. I was okay with it. It took a long time for us to win the cup after. It was a great day too. 2014, it was a great day. But didn't take the flavour away in the tune of that night off the red post when we won the league in '96.
You finished out that December, you would have gone to the FAI, and I'm sure you mixed emotions about that. But you were 10 years on exactly in the hot seat. You must still be very proud of what you did with your own club.
Well, it's a dream. It was a dream to be able to manage Pats. 10 years of Pats. I always say I never had the right to crowd build, which is kind of mad. It was as if like there wasn't days and didn't play well, and I've had difficult results. Time has changed. People are less patient and so on. But there's one night that I remember in particular that the crowd could have built and they didn't. We were beaten at home by Cove 5-0 one Saturday night. With Cove. And I remember Paddy Eccles was behind me on the far side. And Paddy Eccles and Tommy O'Connor's now giving the ref dogs abuse because the fourth goal was offside. We were so bad. We were 4-0 down at half time, right? We were 4-0 down at half time, and I went in and read the riot act and threatened fellas that they'd never kick the ball for Pats again, all sorts of stuff. We got better in the second half. Johnny Mack stuck one over Garrett Bourne's head from near the halfway line over at the stand. And Garrett was making his debut with the first team, and he stuck it over his head to make it 5. We got a penalty, and Dave Campbell put it over the bar. We just got, with the crowd were giving the left stick. I've always remembered that because it was a great Pats day that, everyone was always hopeful that we'd get better, and I knew it would get better. That was one of those difficult seasons we were rebuilding, and we were only back in Inchicore and so on. So, 10 years where the crowd went built, and when I went, I didn't want to leave. I wanted to leave my job in Belfield and manage Pats and manage the Irish youth teams. But the FAI said it's a full-time job. You have to. And I probably wanted to be out of Belfield a lot, out working in a regular day job, much more than you get out of Pats. But that was the choice I had to make. And at the time, we were forward to thinking the league, and we were just doing all right. And Pat took it over and moved it on to a different level, and Liam moved her on to another level. They just took it on to real professionals after that. And since then, it's been great, but it's been ups and downs since. But they took it to a new level from where we were at that time when I was there. The great staff through the years was pleased to be Baxter, Paul Newton, Cyril Walsh. It goes on through Cyril's family, Michelle still working and making the tea, dressing the wood with the team, and all that. Tokers, Mick Toker when he was there, Phil Looney, Paddy Beckman, Brendan Bourne, all those great people we had in Britain. So many brilliant people, the staff, and Liam Morby, and Cyril, and Noel Riley. I always had brilliant staff who took the weight off me and helped me make big decisions. And without those people, without Harry, without the support of Phil Looney through the years, and always had the support of the board, whoever was the chairman and the secretary, Frank Boyle I mentioned. And we would go back to, we think about Jerry and Ian Stokes and Phil Nolan, who did those coupons on Saturday. Remember when we used to check the results on the Saturday night in coupons, and they would be having a market pitch for Sunday. Great people, and they're still there. I see the people who are doing the school now internationally, and the people who ran the school things, and the people who are with the painted saints and doing that sort of work. It's just the community. It's got back to being the real community. I just love seeing the faces every week. It's my thing. I could never manage against Pats. That was a decision I made in my own head when I finished up. When I went to the FAI, I didn't know how long I was going to still went back to UCD until 5 years. Mainly after that, I used to stretch out my career. But anyway, I made a decision in my own head that I could never manage against Pats because Pats have been so good to me. The supporters have been so good. So during those difficult years, particularly, the crowd never booed, and nobody ever said, what are you doing? You haven't cleared much on that. There was never that. There was a sense of, we fix it together. So that's why I can never, and over the years I've had the opportunities to go to various clubs, but I just couldn't do it. I couldn't have been a hypocrite again, as I used to, when the players left, they used to be annoyed and they used to be disappointed and they used to be upset. But then you can't be the one that goes, oh, what's that? You about me going, then you went, I couldn't do that, I had to be. So that was it. So thanks for sticking with me when I was the manager under pressure and we weren't always winning and we weren't waiting on it to come around and having the faith in it and sticking with it.
Well, we are nearly done, but we are going to throw it open for a few questions. I think there's a lot of them somewhere or other. I'm not sure if it's still here. But if people maybe want to ask one or two questions, we'd be only delighted. I'm sure Brian, you want to be delighted to answer them. Thanks for sticking with us until now.
I probably bored the arse off as well. I'm sorry it's taking so long.
Anyone want to throw out any questions there? You don't know why that's why.
No.
That's not often. We've been here close to an hour and a half, and we've shared all the stories. You've said what I suppose makes Pat so different. It is a different club, as Pat Cavan says. We're only minding that club for the next generation that comes on. It's nearly 100 years gone, and it is different. Every club thinks it's the best club in the world, but Pat's is different to everyone else as well.
Well, it's different if you're with the George and Pat O'Callaghan will say that. And one of the great guys, like the likes of Pat and Charlie Terry, guys like that, who always kept me going. We got going on a Sunday and I'd be in the herds coming out of the ground, and there was always people like that and said, we'll be okay, should we turn it around next week? People like that made it special. Brandon told me special to the people that follow that club. I don't think it's a unique thing, but for us it's special, and we are. Pat always says that around the mind for the next guys would say the same thing, and some of the other chairmen, owners, and people who are in this would say the same thing. We're just minded that I can't be God, the next generation are gone in big numbers. I was worried about 10 years ago that the kids weren't going so much anymore, and League of Ireland wasn't the flavour we want the people were, and now I look at what's happening now in places, and and the fellas who are doing the flares and causing a few problems in the matches, in 10 and 20 years' time they'll have more sense, and they'll be the ones doing the things that make the club think on for the future and keep the faith and keep the passion with it. So we shouldn't get too upset if we think about that sort of stuff. I think we all understand that. There's all madness in our youth about how we approach it.
Before we wrap up, I just want to say a big thank you to the people. This is part of Culture Day with Dublin 8. We were delighted for St. Patrick's Wedding to be asked to be part of the Pride of Inchicore, to be part of Culture Day. It's so important. This is part of our culture, and so we're very thankful to the Dublin City Council Culture Company who run Richmond Park here, and to everyone who helped out today, to Donald who's videoed this from the club, Colin Hanley who helped set up our display here tonight. Colin has a very good reason for not being here. He's at his engagement party. Carl, the staff from the club, is also down here, Bill Cully. Carl's actually selling some merchandise. Feel free to maybe just put a poster there for 95, 96. I'm sure it'll be very nice and Colin might even sign for you afterwards. There's a few of the sexualising books down there as well. But first, really thank everyone for coming out. Beautiful evening to come inside to celebrate our club, to celebrate Brian Kerr. And thank you, Brian, for taking part tonight and for everything you've done to bring our club on. Thanks, Liz. great season on past, so as we all we can listen to that one.
Last year, Dundalk prevailed on the final day to overhaul Derry City and Shelbourne. And on Friday last, St Patrick's Athletic travelled to Dundalk, knowing that a win would give them the title and put them beyond the reach of second-place Bows. Well, they achieved their goal, we all know that, but the manner of its completion was proof positive that Brian Kerr and his Super Saints have truly been the team of the year.